Hello everybody, once again it's that beautiful time of year for the British petrol head. The sun is now making regular appearances, car show season has begun and owners across the lands are dusting off their classic and supercars ready for a summer of fun. But what if you don't have a car of your own and yet you are still a petrol head? More importantly, what if you have a child that's really into cars and you want to foster that sense of enjoyment? How do you do it without spending big money? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 easy ways you can get up close and personal to cool cars without breaking the bank. Enjoy. Now, while today's video contains my own ideas, I also would love to hear yours. So if you've got ideas for how you can get up close and personal to cool cars, maybe you even own a business that's related to them and you're happy for the public to come along, well, please hop into the comment section down below. And my first recommendation for anybody interested in cars, well, it's pretty simple. Go to a dealership. Now, it might sound as blindingly obvious as the sunshine behind me, but it isn't to everyone. And whatever it is you're into, be it Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, Porsche, Bentley, there is probably a dealer at least somewhere near where you are. Maybe you've got to travel an hour or two, but I tend to find that most of them, if you give them a call or an email ahead of time and say, look, I just want to come down and have a nosy, are usually very accommodating. As a younger person myself, I found a couple of local Porsche independents and went there simply to ogle their wares. As it happens, a decade later, I was in the fortunate position where I could actually buy some of the cars I had admired all that time ago. Dealers, for the most part, are not just in the business of selling cars, but also, when it comes to stuff like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, selling the dream. And for a lot of us, that starts at a fairly young age, usually long before we can actually drive. So if you've got a young one that really loves Ferraris, well, just find a Ferrari dealer, go down there and have a look around. Tell them what you're there for. There's usually not a problem, and generally speaking, they'll probably give you a cup of tea or a Coke or something like that as well. They're nice people. They are generally passionate, much more so than your regular car brands. And for the sheer simplicity of it, you just cannot beat that as a way to get up close with certain cars. Though you may find with certain brands, the car you want won't be there. Sometimes they'll only deal with the newer stuff, though for Ferrari in particular, they tend to have a good selection of older stuff too. What if you want to see them in motion? Well, go to a race or a track day. And there's lots of options here. So some manufacturers have their own race series. Ferrari and Porsche are particularly good for this. At the Ferrari Challenge, they have their headline event at Silverstone at the end of summer every year. And if you want to see some Ferraris, that is an excellent place to do it. Now, at other rounds, sometimes the local Ferrari dealers will also get together and organise a drive out. And you'll sometimes turn up to somewhere and see hundreds of prancing horses about. That's the same for Porsche too, though not often in the same way. But there are plenty of race series, usually a support for something else, where you can go and see these cars in action. And for any young person, seeing race cars in the flesh, in motion for the first time, it's a very special experience. I'm sure you remember yours. I know I remember mine. And if you're wondering how on earth it is you find these places, well, work out where your local racetrack is, go on their calendar and see what's happening. Best of all, if you are on a particularly tight budget, just find a test day. Those don't cost anything to get into, and as a young man, I myself would hop onto my moped, put my camera in my backpack, ride over to Snetterton and take photos of the Ferraris and other things going past. It was a fantastic way to while away my hours. I absolutely loved it. To this point in time, I feel a shameless plug for my own track events is also not out of the question. And so, if you'd like to come to one of my days, well, you are more than welcome. There is no charge for spectators to come along. And if you're over a certain age and height, contact me for details, you can get a passenger wristband very easily too, meaning that you can go out on track in any of the cars you can see with any of the owners who let you. And generally speaking, the people that come along to my days are very friendly and accommodating. It's one of the best things about them. And if you want to know more about them as either spectator, passenger, or driver, I'll put a link to those in the description down below. Our next is on June the 22nd, and I've got a trio of them coming up in August. A birthday celebration for the channel and myself on August the 9th, that's a Sunday. And we'll have some very, very special cars there doing passenger laps, so that'll be a great thing to come along to. We then have on the 10th, another day with Porsche in the park. So if you're a Porsche-phile, definitely come along to that one. And then on the 11th, we've got a classic car track day as well, open to anything available to buy or built before 2000, which I know upsets some people because they don't think a car from 2000 is a classic, but I remind you, if it were 2000, applying the same logic, I'd allow only cars built before 1974. Isn't that scary? Third up on my list, if you want a nice bit of slow entertainment and you're feeling a touch adventurous, well, find yourself a decent piece of road. If you want to be tactical about it, find one that's nearby to either a racetrack or someone that's going to be hosting a car meet that day. And bring yourself a couple of deck chairs, park yourself on the side, somewhere nice and safe of course, and enjoy the traffic that goes past. Now, it's a little extreme and maybe not in the ethos of keeping to a budget, but a couple of years ago, I found myself in Los Angeles, and I can tell you, I would have had a very happy day just sat on the side of the road of the Mulholland Highway, seeing all of the things going past. It was absolutely incredible. The diversity of stuff was amazing. And here in Britain, we've got our own selection of stuff too, and we're very lucky with the things we're allowed to own here. So if you happen to know where the local car people congregate, well, yeah, go there, join them, and if you want to see the cars in action, just park yourself tactically down the road, but not somewhere to encourage silly behaviour. Please don't be that person that stands at the exit of a car show with your phone filming everybody leaving. It can encourage antisocial behaviour, and this is the kind of stuff that gives the community a bad name and gets shows shut down. You want to enjoy and appreciate these cars? Park yourself a bit further away, get comfortable, and by all means give them a round of applause or a thumbs up, but don't ask them to rev it, don't ask them to do anything silly, just enjoy the moment. Moving swiftly on to point number 4, and this is a way to get you in the car and really experience it, but does involve spending a little bit of money. However, as it's for a very good cause, I think we can grant it a pass. And that is to go anywhere being supported by the Sporting Bears Motor Club. Now, the Sporting Bears are an amazing organisation run entirely by volunteers who take not a penny for their time or resources. And what is it? Well, it's very simple. It's a group of people who have interesting cars that have decided to use them for the power of good. So they turn up to car shows across the country, and you'll see everything from MGBs to McLarens, and what they do is offer passenger rides for charity. Simple as that. And you can get a ride in a car from as little as £20. And now, knowing many Bears members fairly well, I can tell you that even if you don't have the money to be able to afford the ride that you would like, they'll be more than happy to show you around the car, often let you sit in it, get a photo, and answer any questions you might have. They are, of course, passionate people, and they support children's charities. So any money given goes to a really good place and makes a big difference to those who need it.
And now, a bonus activity. Why not build a model car? I can think of a few more wholesome ways to spend time with your friends, your family, or your favourite album on the stereo than building a model car. There are lots of options out there for this at different price points and difficulty levels, but one brand I do actually have experience of is Poker. A couple of years ago they sent me a Lamborghini Aventador to build, and I really loved the process and the results, and a couple of months ago I got invited to the launch of their newest model, an F50. Now, it's not cheap, but it is a seriously high quality affair that'll take at least 3 days to build, the perfect project for that long winter night or the weekend ritual. It's something that some would enjoy, Dad would be happy to have on his coffee table. What's not to love? Anyway, I should be getting one to build later in the year, so please help me choose. Red or yellow?
And last but not least, in the day and age of social media and influencers travelling around the world, going down to London to CarSpot, people have forgotten the grassroots movement. You see, just about wherever it is you are in Britain, somewhere nearby there is likely to be a car show, an old-fashioned village green type thing. And very often, these aren't particularly well publicised on social media. These are the things you'll learn about by talking to locals, seeing signs, or maybe one day you'll just accidentally bump into it. So, talk to your local petrol heads. Ask them where the village green car shows are. Go to your local pubs, ask them if they're running one. And if there isn't one in the local area, well, why not start one? Try and encourage people to turn up. Sometimes that is how these really big events got started. I'll be running plenty of social events myself this year. If you want to know more about those, follow the link for the track days in the description. All my social stuff is there, and it costs nothing to come to these. And I do really want to point out, by the way, if you feel that your car is unworthy for an event, that's not true at all. It doesn't really matter what you drive. All you have to bring is enthusiasm. So come along, say hi. There we have it. There's a few different things you can do if you want to get out there and see some cool cars this year here in Britain. And I hope to see you at one of these upcoming events. And if you've got any more ideas yourself, please pop down into the comment section and tell me. With that being said, I want to say a big thanks to you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.